what's up everybody? I hope you guys are doing wonderful out there. Me, I am feeling amazing. Man, I'm hyped up right now. I'm on some pre-workout, you know, that stuff you drink before you hit the gym and get you like Superman. I'm feeling amazing right now. I just want to show you guys something real quick before I get out of here. On today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get that Travis Scott effect with that kind of washed out sound with a reverb and distortion sound. The session I'm going to be working with today is Cornelius Hobson. You guys go check out his music. You can look him up on YouTube. Cornelius Hobson. I'll put a link to his music. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna show you the plugins that I used. First, let's take a listen to it. I'm gonna start it a little bit back here. Alright, let's take a listen real quick.
It's not the same. Ooh. I've been down so long, they look like up to me. They look up to me.
So you hear this section right here is what we're going to be working with today. This section right here. First things first, you know, you got to EQ out all the low end. So I'm not going to go in full depth on this. You guys know how to EQ by now if you watched any of my previous tutorials on mixing Dirty South rap vocals. I show you guys how to do that. But basically, I'm just filtering out everything below 266 hertz. The main vocal that I'm using in this track is probably around, I'd say 250, 240 hertz, just to kind of keep that fatness of the vocal and have it be more up front. So I wanted this vocal to be kind of thin, you know, sitting in the background. So next thing I did was I boosted 5 dB at 1.24, so around 1 kilohertz, which is kind of that harsh frequency, getting into that harsh frequency range, and I kind of wanted that. So let's take a look and see what this is doing real quick.
Ooh, I've been down so long, they look like I've been down so long.
Let's go ahead and solo this track and see.
Yeah.
As you can see, I got this automated, the pan knob here. I automated the pan on this, so it kind of goes back and forth, like yo, you know, like back and forth. Gives it a cool effect, gives it a stereo image, you know, it doesn't sound so boring or, you know, feel boring. It kind of spreads out throughout the mix. So that's a tip you can use to kind of spread out your mix a little more. So I did that with the pencil tool. I just drew it in here, going up and down. I might do a tutorial later on like some automation and stuff like that. So if you guys want to know anything about that, drop a comment and I will do a tutorial on that. All right, so moving on, let's get back on topic here. Next thing I did was I added this compressor, which I really love, the CLA. If you guys watch any of my tutorials, I'm always using this compressor because it's dope. It works good. So why not use it? I believe I just turned the input up on this a little bit. I set the attack to around 2.70 on the attack, and then on the release, I always turn the release all the way up. That way the vocal is punching through and it's real clear and crisp and up front in the mix. And then I leave the ratio at 4. All right, so let's hear what the compressor's doing here.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it in the mix here.
Ooh, I've been down so long.
So you can see the vocal is getting a little bit louder. It's getting a little more up front. It's starting to come together. Next, we got the distortion plugin, which is my go-to distortion plugin. The Decapitator by Sound Toys. If you guys don't have this Sound Toys plugin, you need to go grab it. It's an amazing plugin. Shout out to everyone at Sound Toys. It has a couple of settings down here at the bottom. You can choose which one you want to work with. I just chose the E one. You can flip through different ones, and basically it kind of changes the knobs and things on here. That's all it does. You can tweak these knobs individually by themselves instead of using this down here. This just gives you kind of like a starting point. So basically I started with the E, And then I turned up the drive quite a bit. So let's hear what this is doing on the mix.
Ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look.
Solo this up and hear it.
Yeah.
All right, let's bypass it.
Yeah.
I don't know, that just sounds pretty dope to me. All right, let's go to the next plugin. And this is basically just to level things out, just to kind of get it to glue together in the mix. This is the L2 limiter. And let's turn this on. Let's see what this is doing here. Let's hear it overall in the whole mix.
Ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it ooh, yeah, I've been down so long.
You hear how it kind of fits in the mix a little more? Just kind of, people use the term glue. I guess that's basically what it's doing. It's kind of pulling it down a little bit, helping it sit in the mix a little more, because I'm going to be compressing more and more into the mix and even on the stereo bus. So I want things to be more controlled at the end of the mix. And basically to do that, you just pull down the ceiling. I'll show you how I start out with it. So it starts out right here at 0. And then what I do is I like to pull the ceiling down just a little bit. I think that was about where I had it. And then I play with it.
Ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look.
I don't know, it sounds good to me like that. You could, drastically change it and pull it down a lot more. You can get a lot of cool effects with this plugin if you just play with it. I'll do some tutorials maybe later. Actually, that's a good idea for a new tutorial. Do a tutorial on the L2, because you can do some really cool things with this plugin right here. It just adds character, and it just does amazing things to audio. So anyways, the last thing I'm going to be showing you is the reverb that I used for this. Now, this is like the most key important part of this mix, because without this, it just sounds kind of plain. So I believe this is what I used right here. And keep in mind, on this track, I am using a lot of reverb, and that's what I was trying to go for with this track. So
Ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like.
Okay, so here is with the reverb on here. I'll let you hear it with the reverb. This is with all the plugins in and reverb.
Ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like ooh.
Let's hear it in context.
Same, ooh, yeah, I've been down so long it look like up to me. They look up to.
So I'm really excited about that. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds really good to me. Let me show you what I did with the reverb to get that effect. Let's solo the reverb real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing I did was I opened up this reverb. I opened up this reverb that comes with Pro Tools. It's the Air Reverb. And basically, I kind of played with the room size. I believe the room size was around 100. I just turned it down a little bit. I liked it right at 91. And then the pre-delay I set. Now, this part right here is key, because the pre-delay, it's like a late reaction. So when he's saying, yeah, the reverb reacts a little bit later on, and it gives it a cool effect. And I really like that. So I turned it up. Usually it'll start out at 0 milliseconds. So I liked it right at 14. So that's where I left it. Reverb time is very key. If you want your vocal to sound real kind of washed out, or whatever kind of effect you're going for. In particular, on this vocal, I wanted it to sound kind of washed out a little bit, so I did use a long reverb time at 2.2. So let's just play around with this, and so you guys can see a more in depth on this reverb here. Yeah. So that's with the long reverb time, and this is with a shorter one. If you go with the shorter reverb time. Yeah. All right, let's go back up to 2.2. Yeah. Well, it sounds good either way. I like it at 2.2. Also, I played with the width on this on the out, so you can hear how it spreads apart a little bit on the reverb. That's very key too. I believe that was it on this plugin. Alright guys, that has been it for today's tutorial. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been showing me so far, man. It's much appreciated. I'm about to get to my workout. I'm feeling energized and crazy right now. I'm about to do some push-ups and do chest today, so I'm feeling pumped up. I hope you guys are feeling pumped up. Go out there, mix some records, make them sound amazing. Like I said before, leave some comments. Let me know of any new ideas or anything you guys want to learn, or let me know what you guys are doing, any tricks that you've learned. I would be more than happy to hear those from you guys. You guys stay safe out there. Be amazing. I will see you guys later. Peace.